Hey, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and safety to all the sincere Akim that's out here pushing this word in truth and in all sincerity. Shalom. All right, shalom to the sincere sisters as well that are out there. I want to do this very lesson. Like the title of this video goes, just various subject matters. It's been a lot of stuff going on over the last several days, several hours to be exact too, that I kind of want to touch on. If the Spirit allow, would just go from there, you know. One of the biggest things right now, you know, breaking news in the world of the YouTube world, the black conscious community, unconscious community, however you call it, world, you know, black trend news, etc., etc., is dealing with you know, this guy that has been known by many as Brother Polight, and he just got sentenced recently, today or whatever, in his court hearing, and you know, of course, everybody's speak on it as we were one of his few enemies. You know, in the world that he was in, he made friends with the world. But being that we don't make friends with the world, we were ultimately an enemy unto him, because as the scriptures say, have I become your enemy because I speak the truth. So when the apostles many years ago at this point, over 10 years ago at this point, were met with him, he met them at the campgrounds at the time. That was the beginning of him. And as we say, man, matter of fact, let me get a scripture. All right. We just read this Saturday. Bear me 1 second. This is a thing, you know, like I said, I just have things that I want to speak on, but, you know, the Spirit, as the scriptures say, the Spirit expressive, you know, bear me 1 second. Where you at, Ecclesiastes? This is Ecclesiastes 5:1. And it reads, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of I'm in my car. Not gonna make this too long. It reads, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Now, a lot of people, they're so indoctrinated in this world of, when they think of the house of the Lord, they think of First Baptist Church of Atlanta, or a church, but they don't understand. Our people are not good with words, so they don't understand that there's a difference between a temple and a church. A church is a gathering of people. So when you come down to us, any of us camps in the cities, that's the church. That's the house of the Lord, you know. The Lord, which I may get, Isaiah the 19th chapter, not this verse, but in Isaiah the 19th chapter, speaks about the Lord setting up his altar in the midst of Egypt. The Lord's altar is the camps, okay? So it says, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools. And that's exactly what Polight did. Polight. He came down to the elders and apostles in Times Square over 10 years ago. And he basically made the sacrifice of fools. He wasn't trying to hear. He was trying to do that slick, bullshit ass New Yorker way of dealing with the conversation and thinking that you're going to slick somebody in a conversation. All right. And shame on you people for ever believing in him. All of you that have given him money, that have given him support, that have listened to this madness. You're also guilty of the same charges of him. And don't be surprised when things come your way in negativity. Okay? Scriptures say, can two walk together unless they be in agreement? And a lot of you were in agreement with what this sick creep was having to say about us. Okay? All right? And as a lot of brothers have said over the years, I was highly offended by the words that this guy was saying over the years. You know, he shot up the Bible. That was offensive. Okay, he threatened to put violence on us. You know, he bogarted a lot of our campgrounds. He was very disrespectful. He was very offensive. Okay, but shame on you people that have that supported this level of disrespect and disregard for another man. All right, we don't do this. We're not out here pulling up on you other camps grounds, you know, and trying to bring forth negativity and all that. That's not even our style. All we want to do is teach the Bible and hopefully and be edifying unto hopeful elect. Nothing more, nothing else. You know, but all these other camps, all these other groups, you're all full of shenanigans. And you know what? I'm gonna put it out there in the spirit, man. You know, the weasel of the crew that keeps all of this madness going is Sarnetta, man. Sarnetta is a weasel. He ain't right. All right. He plays all these sides against each side. When something happens, he shows how big of a nigga he is. And then when a pressure come back to him, then he want to backtrack and apologize. And that's a snake, man. Okay. So I'm gonna read this again because these are foundational scriptures that a lot of people do not consider. Okay. All right. It says, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and be more ready to hear. Like I said, go back to those clips that are being posted from 34th and 7, dealing with the great conversation, right? Yap, 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 yappity yap, 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 yappity yap. Hey, well, I hope where you're going, all right, that they hear your yappity yapness, man. All right. You Oswald bait ass niggas, man. I hope that you can talk that Egyptian bullshit in whatever Miami prison, whatever Florida State prison that you're about to enter into. Okay? Then give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil. What you did 7 years ago was it's not 7 years ago, excuse me, over 10 years ago at 34th and 7th, which all of this is spiritual. You were lined up from day one. Okay? You met the apostles and elders at 34th and 7th. That's 7. 3 plus 4 is 7 plus 7. You were at a place of completion there. We're in the 7th month of our calendar. Okay, our calendar, the Hebrew calendar. We're in our 7th month. Okay, on the Sabbath. All right, and you got sentenced to 7 years, man, and 10 years of probation, which 10 is another year, another number of completion. You're done. Okay. And really, the Lord is going to start sending that same spirit through all that black unconscious bullshit, man. Because you niggas have done nothing but stir up bullshit. You're all a bunch of weirdos, okay? Disrespectfully, you're all a bunch of fucking weirdos, man, okay? You all have been a bunch of yapping, making a bunch of noise-ass niggas for the last 10 years, excuse me. So what you've done has been evil. We don't seek you out. We never have. Starting with our apostles and elders, we never go out and about through the cities of America. I wonder where the black conscious community is. All right. All right. All right. Bear me 1 second. I'll respond when let me stay in the spirit with this. All right. So again, Polight should be an example to so many of you within these YouTubes and these pages, man. Even us here at Great Millstone, man. We don't just, even with our disagreements upon the doctrine with other camps, we're not disrespectful. All right. Now, sometimes colorful words and slick shit get thrown because we're Jake, but in the spirit of it, first of all, that's not spiritual. All right. In the spirit of it, we have to remember that the Lord is the judge. Romans 3:3-4 tells us, let every man be a liar, but let the Most High be true. So we all are here fighting to prove ourselves to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, not to each other. Okay? So this is in this old Bible. So forgive me, I'm not moving as fast as I would if I was using my phone, of course. But give me 1 second. Let's go to the book of bear me 1 second. I want Galatians. I said, my pages stick together, so forgive me if I'm taking my all fast with it, you know. This is Galatians, what is that? What is that in Galatians? Galatians 5. Through. Yep, Galatians 6. Bear me 1 second. All right. Galatians 6 and 7. And it says, be not deceived. Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai is not mocked. And he did a lot of mockery, you know, from the antics of shooting up the Bible, you know, to all those different things that he did. He thought that this was just, you know, money, team money, productions or something, promo or something. Like, this is not fighting. We're dealing with the holy words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, okay? But you didn't believe that, as you weren't meant to believe it, which is fine, okay? It says, be not deceived. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, and he that soweth to the spirit shall of the spirit reap everlasting. And that's all he was about, was the flesh, you know. He should be praying to his money. Remember, he set up the table in his house with the money on the table. He said, man, you know, I pray to money. Money is, he said, pray to the black woman. He said the black woman is his God and money is his religion. So they should be able to free you. Matter of fact, you shouldn't even spend a day or an hour in prison. The black woman should swoop in and break the gates, break the wall down, and get your chocolate, your crunchy black ass out of prison. But I highly doubt it, okay? Because the black woman can't even stop a brick from hitting her fucking face, hitting her ass in the face. But she gonna come in and but you gonna pray to her ass. You caused a lot of bullshit in this world, and it's good. And all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for knocking you off your high horse, man. All right, get ready, get used to eating prison spreads. Get used to eating because you bragged about all the food and the riches you had. Get used to all that, man. Okay. Now the what was the other subject matter? The other one was the Karagma, the movie. All right. I haven't got a chance to watch it. I'm going to, Lord willingly. But from what I've heard in the involving of not being direct with what it is and what it's not, and so on and so forth, and how to handle it, that's going off. All right. I'm not going to look to get it for the time of sake of timing, but the scriptures say, let your yea be yea, your nay be nay, and any other type of communication is evil. All right. See, we are set up to teach. Scriptures say, if you love me, feed my flock. All right. And we're here to feed the flock. All right. We're giving you nourishment through the spirit. We're giving you food we're preparing that great feast for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We got the wine, we got the bread, we got the meat, we got the water, we got all of those elements for this this feast. And it's on us as leaders, if you call yourself a leader, to what? Feed the people. So you got to feed them and let them know there's no gray areas in some of these things. See, we can, like, again, the point of like I said earlier, having a level of respect and manners in this thing. We may agree to disagree on certain things, right? I'll give you an example. I'm part of the school of thought that the Sabbath is established according to the new moon. You may, or somebody out there may believe, right, sincerely, that the Sabbath is from Friday to Saturday, right? That is such, as the scriptures say, that is the shadow of things to come. That's not worth spending all time arguing about. We can move on from that at disagreements. But then when it comes down to certain other things, we can't just move past that, man. All right. The scriptures say there's no repentance for taking or receiving the mark of the beast, or the MOTB. So with that, this is a serious thing that we have to consider and be rooted and established in. We can't go into what's about to occur with this and be It could be A, it could be B, it could be C, it could be D, it could be none of the above. You can't go into it with this energy. Okay? I know for a fact in my spirit through faith what it is. As you that are watching, you should know according to what the scriptures say. You should know what it is and be rooted in that, not wavering. Okay, let me, in fact, since I'm still right here, I'm going to the next book over. This is Ephesians 4:14, and it says that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, carried about with every wind of doctrine. See, that these are different doctrinal beliefs. You believe it's the cell phone. You believe it's Christianity. You believe it's sin. You believe it's the MOTB or the RFID chip. You believe all of these different things. That is different doctrinal beliefs. See, the doctrinal belief that because the doctrine just simply means truth. The truth of what we believe is that the MOTB is the RFID chip. That's what we push, that's what we stand on, and that's what we are convinced through the Holy Scriptures. Okay? We don't, Monday you catch me, it's the RFID chip. Thursday you catch me, it might be Christianity. Wednesday it might be the cell phone and the technology. No, man. Sunday through Saturday, the first day of the week to the last day of the week, you should be rooted and established in that. As the scriptures say, being not tossed to and fro as every child. Okay? And it says, by the sly of men and cunning craftiness. And all of this is really just cunning craftiness, even amongst the Israelites. The Israelites community not establishing what it is and being deceived by what it is all the sly of men. Because a lot of these individuals know exactly what it is. They just are deceiving you through bribes, all right, or this straight pride. They're deceiving you because they don't want to be seen wrong, and you're just riding that wave with a hard-headed individual, whoever the camp is, that doesn't want to be seen as wrong. Okay? And it says, and cunning craftiness whereby they lie in wait to deceive. And that's the thing. See, when you're rooted, you're not going to be deceived because you can't be changed. But a lot of these people, you window shopping as Israelites. Like I said, Monday you watching GMS. Tuesday you're watching IUIC. Wednesday you're watching ISUPK. Thursday you're watching Sadnetta. Friday you're watching Sakari. Sunday you at church with your goddamn grandmama. All right? That spirit ain't gonna get you nowhere but being more and more deceived in your own quicksand. Okay? Now, like I said, I want this few hot subject matters that I wanted to touch on. The next one that I want to touch on for quick, and I'm gonna close up after here, as I quoted the chapter earlier, but I want to get it for the sake of edification because I want to get another part. Is hold up. We're gonna go to Isaiah, one of my favorite chapters in the Bible, Isaiah 19. Isaiah 19, what is that, 23, 20, Isaiah 19 and 15, and it reads, neither shall there be any work for Egypt we almost home stretch. It says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. And I brought this out because I want to speak on something that sometimes doesn't get spoken on. And be clean with my words because I don't want to come off a certain way. But you know, the world that we live in Babylon, there's two sides, there's two worlds, right? You got the front street and then you got the side street, or if that makes sense. Front street is what you see. That's your pharmacy, that's your bakery, that's your butcher shop, that's your bank. You understand what I'm saying? That's your lumberjack guy. That's your front street economy. But then you got a whole nother side street economy, and that's your illegal. That's your, on a high level, that's your black market. That's your prostitution. That's your drugs. That's all of that world. These two worlds, whether you acknowledge it or not, have a big bearing on the shaping of Babylon the Great. Okay, Esau Matter of fact, I'm not gonna get for the sake of time. When you read in Ezekiel the 28th chapter, I believe, it speaks about he has, through his wisdom, he has become rich through great traffic. That great traffic or trafficking isn't just simply him moving toilet paper from one side of the world to the other. He's made a lot of money through human trafficking. He's made a lot of money through gun trafficking. He's made a lot of money through drug trafficking, and all types of other illegal markets is where he makes a lot of his money from. He finances wars through illegal funds. Understand that. So when I'm speaking on this, this is not just from a carnal space. This is a point of recognizing the world for what it is. So make a long story short, my rib was telling me about a woman, right, that came into her shop, and she is a stripper, right? And this woman was just open book, and I was like, man, she was just rambling, right? She basically, make a long story short, wasn't she strip, sell pussy, and got a job. And I was like it was just, for me, it was one of those things where, like, we're living in a time in Babylon where 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, a woman could just be a stripper and rake in money. A woman be a stripper and do hair and just be set, right? Or if a woman sold, was a prostitute, in most cases, that should be enough. But we live in a world where even the dark side is not enough. So that's why I said in Isaiah the 19th chapter, and when you read Isaiah 19 and 19 in the BBE, where it says the branch or the rush, it basically means high or low. So in this society, you have positions that provide funds or income or lifestyle that are perceived as a high status. A lawyer, a doctor, an architect, a nurse, even a certain level of police officer, chief, firefighter. These are level jobs that are seen as high. And I mean, of course, there's higher, but I'm just staying within a range, okay? But then you have a low. You have janitorial jobs, low paying jobs, low skill jobs. But then on the flip side of that, these are jobs. Even if they are deemed wicked, they are seen as jobs in this society. They call it sex work, SW, sex workers. All right, that's their work. However you feel about it, that's their work. But we're in a time now where even they aren't making no money. You think Jake's going to these strip clubs and making it rain like it was during 2003, 4, 5 with Young Jeezy and BMF was out here? Them BMF days is long gone. Okay? Your local street nigga works 2 jobs. This wasn't so 10, 15, 20 years ago. That the illegal job that they did, that they sold drugs, if they were a thief, if they were scamming, that's all, and that was enough. It ain't enough no more. See, this devil is compressing this place through the spirit of Yahweh Shai, which is prophecy. Okay? This place is crumbling, and it don't matter whether you're an actor, that's another high job, or whether you a street nigga. These street niggas, you don't see that them days is long gone, which is going into the fact of these women not having that hedge that they once had. See, it was at one point where, like, women used to just walk around with purses full of cash because they had a dope boyfriend, or they had a scamming ass boyfriend, or they had a criminal ass boyfriend, or a criminal ass husband. Somewhere in the shape, that was a lot of money. Who said that? I think that was Nas back on Illmatic. What did he say? We stacking the hundreds. We giving the ones to the wifey. Something, however they go, because basically that was how it all went. Why do you think most niggas get into the streets? To get women, to have the money to splurge on them. But that money ain't out there no more. Like I said, this is not a subject matter to gloat in it, to brag about it. It's wicked. I want to establish that. But we have to understand the economics of this world in a way where the economics Esau don't even just deal with legal economics. We could, everything that I'm saying right now can be on a macro, micro level, can be spoken on from Esau and the other nations and Jake. Okay, there's high statue jobs that make a lot of money, that have a level of stature and renownedness, and then there's these jobs out here that's doing a lot of dirty, grimy, wicked shit that still pays, that is just as much a part of this wicked economy and wicked society, whether you like it or not. Okay, the Miami skyline was built by drug money. Harvard and these colleges were built from drug money. Understand that. Your presidents' riches came, a lot of them, from drug money. So when you look out here and you see what's going on, understand that both sides of the coin, the legal, illegal side, is drying up. That is why everybody's going crazy out here. See, it used to be in the hood, the get out of the emergency thing to do was to go sell weed if you was down bad, right? Jake just, oh man, I'm gonna have to sell weed. That ain't, niggas ain't making no money off of that no more. Okay? Women that sell, do you see how the internet has destroyed prostitution? OnlyFans destroyed that. All right? And I'm not, again, this is not talking about this stuff. We are dealing with this in the form of the path of which all of these things had to go. From the beginning, the midst, and the end of it. We are witnessing the end of all of these different platforms that were once created, all right, to control the society. But it doesn't work no more. So how long would you do something if it didn't work no more? How long would you do something illegal if it wasn't paying out for you? Okay? Everybody out here is struggling. That's why I said I'm going to read this and I'm going to close up here. It says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. So it doesn't matter whether you want to do it. You got the skills to do it, willing to do it. It don't matter. This place is drying up, and the Lord is shutting down Babylon the Great. So since this light is going out on this, I'm going to go ahead and close up here. I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors unto my apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and safety to all of you, sincere occupants I pushing this word and just trying to get with this word, you know, the understanding. And shalom to you sisters as well. Shalom.